अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स। आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है वो है स्पीड, वेलोसिटी एंड एक्सेलरेशन। टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग in our daily life we use a term speed. कि यार that person that car is going very fast. So how can we calculate the speed and what is the formula? If a car travels between 2 points on a road, its average speed can be calculated like this. Now, the average speed, the distance moved divided by time taken. If the distance is measured in meter and the time is measured in second, the speed is measured in meter per second, or you can write meter slash s. For example, if a car moves 90 meter in 3 seconds, so how can we calculate this 90 divided by 3? So your answer will be 30 meter per second. The average speed is 30 meter per second. Now here there is a confusion that average speed, if we have 2 points A and B, and we are calculating the average speed, but when in our actual life it not happen like this. When we are drive a car, so sometimes we are moving fast or sometimes we are moving slow and sometimes we are applying a brake. So on almost journey the speed of a car varies. That's mean. So actually the speed at the moment is usually different from the average speed. Now the actual speed, uh, the value which we have got the average speed and the actual speed will be different. If we have to find out the actual speed of a car, we need to discover how far the car is moved in a short time. So for short time, we have to calculate its distance, the shortest distance. So for a car, it moves 0.2 meter in 0.01 second. If you are going to divide that, the speed you can calculate the speed is equal to 0.02 meter divided by 0.01 second. So you will got the actual speed of the car at that particular short distance is 20 meter. Now on the right hand side you can see a blue chart. Here we can see some speeds. Now time travel or time taken to travel 1 kilometer means 1000 meters. For example, a runner is moved or cover the distance of 1 kilometer, it will about to take 150 seconds. Now, if a car, speed car, move or cover the distance, then you can see it's a sports car friendly. So that type of car usually take 10 seconds to cover 1 meter. So mean you can see that 150 meter, 150 seconds and 10 seconds is a huge difference. Now, the passenger train or passenger aeroplane or jet take 4 seconds to cover 1 kilometer or 1000 meters. Now, we are talking about the sound. The speed of sound to cover 1 kilometer it takes about 3 seconds. Or the fastest thing we have is space shuttle, which takes 0.1 second. It's, now you can see that if uh, those things who are getting more speed or they are covering more distance in shortest time. Now, our second uh, term is velocity. The main difference between velocity and acceleration is a direction. If anything moves in a direction, so that particular thing we say it has a velocity. Because when we are talking about speed, we are not talking, we have not talked. about its direction, on which direction it is going. But when we are talking about velocity, it's mean it has some direction. Velocity means it's the speed, the same thing, but it has a direction. For example, a cyclist might have a velocity. When we are talking about velocity, so you have to understand this thing that it has some direction. It's of 10 meter per second due east. Now this east is showing the direction. On the paper, this velocity can be shown as we have shown paper, so we can show this by an arrow. Now east, what is the direction of east? So it is going towards this direction, and it is 10 meter per second. Now, for example, the straight line, if we can use plus or minus sign to indicate the direction. Mean plus direction means towards the right hand side, or minus direction means it is going to the left hand side. Plus the 10 mean uh, written without plus also. You can write plus 10 mean we are talking about the plus quantity. And if we are going to talk about
Hello.
the minus sign, if we are going to put a minus,
Hello.
क्या प्रॉब्लम है? आवाज नहीं आ रही?
अजान हो रही है अजान
हम्म नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ मीन प्लस
सही है
plus 10 meter per second. You can write without plus sign also. It's mean you are talking about the positive direction or right hand direction. Now the quantities such as velocity, which have direction as well as the magnitude, mean size, is called the vector quantities. So here we have in the next terminology, it is vector. Those quantities which um, have some direction that is under the umbrella of vector, and those things which they have not particular direction, that is called scalar. So when we have velocity, we can say that it has a direction and it is a vector quantity also. Now our third topic is acceleration. Acceleration. Sometime acceleration, something accelerating कोई चीज मूव कर रही है mean if its velocity changing. अगर now normally we observe when we start a car or we are moving towards a specific direction. If we are moving towards a specific direction, that means you start the car, its velocity will be zero. Then you will increase the speed. Uh, the, you give the accelerator, push the accelerator, and it will increase and its velocity will change. That's mean acceleration. It is getting acceleration. So acceleration can be uh, calculated as the average acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time. And symbolically, you can write A is equal to V minus U upon T. Now here, U is the initial velocity, means zero when we have start a car, and V is the final velocity. And when we are see that if the dial is on the 40 or 60, whatever. So, for example, if a car is increasing, if a car increase its velocity from 0 to 12 meter per second in 4 seconds. So here, number one, two velocities. Number one, the difference of time when from 0 to 12, it's taken 4 seconds. So how can we calculate this thing? At the acceleration of the car, the acceleration can be calculated like this. Mean 12 minus 0 upon 4. and 12 minus 0 is 12, and 12 divided by 4 answer will be 3 meter per second. Now, here we have omitting the unit sign of unit 12 as the meter per second, and time is the unit of second. We have omitted for, for the simplicity. Moreover, acceleration, the unit of acceleration is meter per second square, and you write meter per s square. The acceleration is also a vector quantity with as a direction. If a car is moving towards the right hand side and you are increasing its speed, the direction of the car, direction of the acceleration will be the same as the velocity has. And if you apply the brake, suddenly a person came in front of your car, or if you have seen something that is passing over, so you are going to stop your car. It means you are applying a brake. When you apply a brake, it means you are decreasing the speed of a car. So that means you are getting an acceleration, but in opposite direction. Car is moving towards the right hand side, but the acceleration when you are applying the brake, it is towards the opposite direction. So that acceleration is called deceleration or retardation. So plus acceleration will be plus 3 meter per second, and the velocity increase by 3 meter per second uh, every second, and minus 3 mean is decreasing 3 meter per second every second. So the negative acceleration is also called retardation. When you are writing the deceleration, you will not put the minus sign with it. Now, a uniform acceleration means a constant or steady acceleration. For example, if car is uh, in every second it is increasing its velocity, so the constant acceleration will be produced. That is called uniform acceleration. Now we are moving towards our problem. Now here you can see the car is on the right axis, course A, and our velocity is 12 meter per second. If it has a steady acceleration, that means uniform, meter 3 meter per second, what is this velocity after 5 seconds at B? So how can we calculate this? So we have to understand that the car is gaining 3 meter per second in every second. 3 meter हर second में जो वो बढ़ा रही है, if it's gain extra 15 meter per second in the its original velocity, तो 15 हर second में उसने 5 बढ़ाया तो 15 5 3 15 and plus 12 उसकी तो velocity actually क्या थी 12 थी, so you will add 15 plus 12, so this velocity will be 27 meter per second at the point B. So final final velocity can be calculated original velocity plus extra velocity, or the final velocity can also be calculated original velocity plus acceleration multiplied by time. So here the time is also given, uh, 5 seconds. So you can original velocity plus 12 plus acceleration 3 multiplied by 5. So you can get the answer of 27 meter per second. Uh, Speed or velocity of the car at point B. Now, if the car has the same condition but it applies the brakes, so the acceleration will be in minus, so it will be a retardation. So its velocity will be 0 at point B. So try to attempt these questions uh, at home, and Allah.